my very first crochet sweater. I've been doing it wrong. How do you keep hair out of your projects? Hey, welcome to my channel. So today is kind of a sick day crochet with me. I've been wanting to do this for a couple days and just haven't gotten to it yet, and now I'm finally doing it. I really want to make my very first crochet sweater. One of the easier ways I've seen to do that, that's not just a granny square with a hole in it, is to do the hexagon cardigan, and so I'm going to try that. I haven't done this before. I did the granny center hexagon just to see if I knew how to do it and if I could figure it out right. So I'm going to be going off of that. And I'm probably not going to talk a whole lot in this video, but I am going to show you what colors I'm going to be using. I didn't buy any yarn specifically for this. I'm just using scraps, and then I have some newer ones that I got for a different project and didn't end up needing them. So I'm using these, but I kind of want to save my more neutral colors because I also have an idea for a gingham project that these colors would work perfectly for. So I've got a light gray. You can kind of see, I think this is either Walmart or Hobby Lobby. It may be Walmart. I've got a darker gray, that is Walmart. I've got white, and then I ended up deciding when I was going through my colors to go with this because this is one of the scraps I have more of. It's like this deep purple color. I got this to do a mood blanket last year and I never ended up finishing it. It's a really cool color, and I think with these, especially with all of these neutrals, it'll look nice. And I have several kind of little balls of it, and this is my biggest one. So hopefully it's enough, especially with these other colors. And I have this yellow, and I know these are kind of a weird color combo, but they actually look really good together. So I may use this for like centers, but you can see I don't have a ton of this. So we're just going to kind of have to see how much of it I can do. It may just be centers or a couple of rounds on each side, because I do want the sides to be balanced and even in colors. So I really want to repeat the rounds in the same order, except for the very outside, because I don't want the colors to be like white, dark gray, light gray, purple, purple joining. So I need to figure out how to do that. I think I want to make one full side first and then go to the other side. But if it gets to one side is big and I feel like I need to switch so that they'll both be the same pattern, then I may take a break from one side and start the other. But anyway, yeah, so I'm working on making that. I want to make it big and cozy. I need to make it like plus size so that it will fit comfortably, but I also like things oversized, so I'm hoping to do that. And I want to do that the edging around the sleeves. So I want to do that, and I'm thinking that in order to make the neck loose enough, I may add an extra row or two at the very top so that it will kind of hang and not be tight around my neck. So I'm going to kind of just work on that today and see how far I can get by the end of this. How, if y'all crochet, how do you keep hair out of your projects? Pretty much anything I make ends up with hair woven into it somehow, and other than just trying to pull it out or burn it off, I'm not really sure how to keep that from happening. Is that like a me problem? Is that a problem other people have? Like, if you have any advice for that, please let me know. Because I don't, like, especially if I give these away, if I give things away, or if I want to like sell, I want to do a market this summer. How, like, I don't know how to keep hair out of it, because I wouldn't want to buy something with hair in it. So I'm not really sure how to go about fixing that, even if my hair is up. Like, there's just hair. So I don't really know what to do about that. But anyway, I'm going to keep working on some more rounds and hopefully get a big chunk of this done. I'm thinking I may need to make my 2 separate sides and then just have a strip of like granny stitches in the middle instead of having these join. That way it'll fit nice and like comfy, but also like that would make it, you know, I don't want the sleeves to be hanging way out past my arms and stuff. I want everything to fit right and look right, and I want this to be a quick project also, so I may need to figure that out a little bit. But yeah, that's how far I've gotten so far. I'm going to keep working on it for a little bit, I think. And I ended up going with the green hook. This is the 5.25. It's bigger, and it makes some stitches a little bit bigger, work faster, I think. And that's kind of what I'm going for, is I want this to be a quick project, a quick and easy project, and hopefully it won't be itchy or anything. I mean, hopefully it'll be comfortable enough to wear, and with it being granny stitches, there's holes in it, so hopefully you can see that, all the holes. So hopefully it'll be something I can wear with it getting warmer. Like, hopefully it won't just be too hot to wear. I'm thinking maybe it'll be a good summer sweater, and I may even end up making it into just a cardigan instead of a pullover. So we're just going to have to see. I think I'm going to see once I finish this side and see how it's going, how I like it, all of that. But anyway, I'm going to get back to working my rounds and show you guys again in a minute. been doing it wrong. I've been crocheting like I have corners in each of my stitches, thinking that's how it is supposed to work, but I found Hannah Drapinski's video on YouTube, and I think I understand a little bit better. I should have watched more videos before I started. So I think I'm going to start over, obviously, and be able to try and redo this, and it will probably take longer than I'd hoped, but that's okay. So we're going to try and get that going again, I think, and start over and hopefully get it right this time. So I fixed it. Very grateful to God for YouTube right now. And I switched the colors around, and I'm really liking this. I feel like it's looking better already, so hopefully that was the only thing wrong. And this should hopefully turn out a little bit better. I'm trying to save the yellow so I can do a big round of it, because I feel like this, once this is folded, this is going to be like the armpit, and I want you to be able to see the yellow. So I need to find a good spot where I'm going to have enough yellow to do both sides, but also like enough that it will last and be high enough that you can see it. So, but anyway, I'm going to go back to working on this. I'm watching Purple Hearts on Netflix. It's really good. Anyway, yeah. Okay, so I've got a little bit more done. Actually, a lot more done. This is the whole redoing it part. And I'm really, really liking how this is coming out. I think the color arrangement is much better. I'm still trying to figure out how exactly I fold it. Oh, like that, I guess. Something like that. And I may need to tweak it a little bit once it's big enough and all of that when it's time to sew it together. But yeah, I'm actually really, really happy with this. And I also want to make maybe solid granny squares. I've never actually made, maybe once. But I want to make maybe a solid granny square for like a pocket. I do think this is going to end up being just a open front cardigan instead of a pullover. I really wanted to do the pullover, but it's probably going to be just an open cardigan. But we may wait and see at the end. Maybe I want to make it solid again. I just figure I probably have enough yarn to do it open, and it shouldn't take much more though to make it closed, but also B, like there's going to be holes in it, so like I might have to wear something underneath it anyway. And having, a shirt that I need to wear another shirt under isn't super practical. So I may need to make it open anyway, just because of that. But maybe this is solid enough. I mean, yeah, you can see me through that. You can see my red shirt. So I think we're just going to see, because I know too with granny stuff is there's holes in it, but when you look at it from far away, like you can't really, like this looks like a solid piece kind of, and so I'm just gonna have to see. But anyway, I've been working on this for a little bit, and this is how far I've gotten. It's bigger than my hand, so this is going pretty quickly actually. And I'm using almost a full ball of this dark gray, almost a full of the white, a little more than half I would say of the light gray, and then the purple is really just scraps, so I need to start being a little more conservative about how I use it, but I do have a decent amount of it. So, and I'm frogging as I go the piece I messed up. So the yellow I want the yellow in there still, but I may not end up using it. I'm thinking maybe it'll just go at the ends in the sleeves where it's like a pop. And I could always do the seam in the middle, that yellow also, to just kind of have it as a little extra pop in there, because I do want something like that. But I'm also thinking, like, this looks really classy and nice, the purple and the grays and white. So I think that's going to be another thing I'm just going to see, because I don't... So it's the next day. I did end up, I think I told you in the last clip that I ended up redoing it to make sure I did it right. And so now I'm this far along. I'm really liking the colors in this version. I feel like it's coming out a lot better than the other one. I think just the way I rotated the colors in the last one wasn't the best way to do it. But yeah, here's how much I've got. I'm trying to figure out how to fold it again real quick so I can, there we go, sort of. So I've got a decent chunk. It's still taking a while. I've got a lot more to do, but I'm liking how this is coming out. One thing I'm running into is I'm thinking I'm going to need to change how I'm rotating the colors a little bit just with the purple, because I do want enough purple to go through the whole sweater. So what I'm thinking I'm doing right now is for this next set of rounds, I skipped purple in my rotation. So before I had purple, white, light gray, dark gray, purple. And so now I just skipped the purple above this white here. So I think I might try skipping purple a little bit, especially until you'll be able to like see it. Because like where I'm at right now is still going to be kind of the armpit, and like this is probably going to be the bottom of the sleeve. So there's not going to be a ton of it showing, I think. I don't know. This is my first time, so it doesn't have to be perfect. I have really high expectations. But yeah, there's where I'm at right now. I'm going to keep working on it a little bit more. Watch a show. I've been rewatching old seasons or old episodes of The Rookie. It's a show I feel like I don't hear a whole lot of people talking about, but it's really, really good. And the new season just came out. So I watched all of the new episodes of the new season that are out as of right now. So I'm just going back and kind of rewatching old episodes. But yeah, so still just kind of working on it and hoping for the best. I'm ready to see how it comes out. I'm very excited to see it coming out. So hi, it's been a couple days, but I finished knitting the cuff. I'm really excited about that. I sewed it together in the back. There's a few spots that aren't great, but I'm moving past that because I just learned to knit last month, so I'm actually really, really proud of this. You can see how it's gonna fit, and once I get this up. And I've got an update on the sweater. Let me fold it the right way. So here's where I'm at on the sweater. So it's still not super long. At this point, it's the length that it would be probably a cropped sweater. I want it to be full length if I can do it. But I'm really excited about this, and I kind of want to take, after holding this up earlier to the cuff to see how it would look, I kind of want to take some of the purple and save it for the very last row on the sleeve, because I feel like, look how cute I'm so excited about this. I'm very, very excited to finish it. You can see I haven't made a ton of progress on the sweater part. I'm not sure how big it was when I showed you last, but yeah, I'm really excited about this. I can't wait to finish it and to see just how it'll look. I'm still on the fence about making it a cardigan or a pullover. I really want to do a pullover, but I feel like by the time I finish it, a pullover is not going to be practical to wear. Like it's just going to be too hot to wear where I live. So I really want to do the pullover, but I may need to do a cardigan just for practicality to make it wearable. And even then, it's still probably going to be pretty heavy and hot. So I need to figure that out. And even then, I mean, I could do a pullover still and just save it for fall, winter, cold days, going indoors, things like that where I might be cold. Or like as a sub for my jacket, I like to keep a jacket with me a lot. So I could just kind of keep it for that. But I'm very, very happy with how it's coming out. And so I'm very ready to finish it and to see just how it's going to look when it's finished. But yeah, so I've made one cuff, and I'm going to say I'm maybe a third of the way done with the first side. I probably need to go ahead and start on the other side just to make sure that I have enough to make them both even, because I could make like a shorter sweater or something if I don't have enough yarn. Or, I mean, I guess I could go buy some, but I'm trying not to buy a whole lot of yarn. So, which is why I did these colors. And I feel like it's really cute with the cuff. I used my darker gray for the cuff. It did take a while to do, surprisingly, but part of that was also that I needed to redo it. I think I dropped a stitch or something the first time I did it and ended up taking it out. And so yeah, but if you guys have any tips and tricks for learning to knit things like this, I still want to do like the classic like knit 1 purl 2 pattern that you see in like old TV shows and stuff. I still want to learn how to do that. I haven't done that yet. This is just the knit stitch. I want to say it's a garter stitch when you use it for the whole thing. But I really wanted it to look ribbed like this. I really like those like waffle stitch long sleeve like thermal shirts, and so I kind of really wanted it to match that. So, but yeah, I'm planning on it. Since the sweater is hopefully going to be pretty oversized, I want this to kind of be tight and then have the sweater kind of bunched up and like caught in the cuff, if that makes sense. So the sweater would kind of overlap the cuff. But yeah, that's where I am so far. So ready to keep going and keep working on it. Oh, one thing I wanted to ask about, if you guys have ever made one of these, have you ever needed to like stop? So maybe like the arm gets super long depending on your height. I'm relatively tall. Have you guys ever needed to like stop, say, on the sleeve and keep working on the bottom so that the height of the sweater is long enough, or do you just keep going and the sleeve is just gonna be extra long? How do you guys do that? I'm gonna go, I think, until it's the right height and length and just kind of see how it's looking. But yeah, I thought I may need to just like sew the top, like the shoulder part together, and then just go around the arm with rounds to make it the length I need it to be, but I'm not sure. So, update. I haven't worked on this in a couple of days. I finished off my last set of rounds. I was working all of my colors at once to try and get it to go a little bit faster. That ended up being, I'm glad I did it, but it ended up being a little bit tricky. So I'm going back to just my one color, I think. But yeah, and then I'm skipping my purple for this next set of repeats because I want to make sure I have enough purple for the other side. So I'm probably just going to do a couple of rounds in the middle and then do more on the sleeves. So yeah, I'm thinking about making big grainy squares to go as the sleeves also, to kind of speed the process up, because I'm ready to get this done. But I feel like maybe that's not, like, that's still, the base is still a hexagon cardigan, but I don't know if that still counts when
the sleeves aren't done, like when it's not completely done in that same way. So, yeah, I'm not really sure what to do about that. But yeah, so I'm still working on it. I'm thinking this is going to be a 2-part video because this is a very long, a very big project. So, there's that. But I'm excited about how far it's come, I think, and I'm ready to see like the final product. Yeah. So I'm trying to I'm watching a show right now, but I'm trying to motivate myself to finish my audiobook, but I have 6 hours left on it, and I'm just not feeling like listening to 6 hours of an audiobook right now. I finished one of my books that I was reading last night, yeah, so I think these videos are probably going to be a little bit out of order because yesterday I filmed a FaceTime crochet with me style video, and I talked about the books I was reading, and that's probably not going to come out until maybe next week or the week after. So, but I'm listening to God's Smuggler, and the book I finished is Light Keepers by Kennedy Plum, and then I'm still working on The Martian by Andy Weir. So I need to get back into that one too. Light Keepers has been the easiest one for me to finish because it's so light and I've read it before and all of that. So I need to get back to my other books. But yeah, it's hard to like sit and have just the quiet and read. I like to have noise going all the time. So it's kind of hard, and for me, I like to be able to like watch a show while I'm crocheting, and like have something to catch my attention. But yeah, so I started working on some of my market prep projects. I want to do a crochet market at some point this summer, and yeah, so I'm making some bookmarks. That's the plan anyway. I've made one. Haven't finished it yet, but I started one. So I'm working on that. And other than that, just keep on working on this sweater. I still have a good little chunk of this side to go, and then I have this much of my other side. It's not even done. It's still attached to my darker yarn. So yeah, I thought this would be really pretty, this shape, like the hexagon shape. I thought this would be really pretty to kind of figure out how I could stagger in the back to make it like patterned, I guess. But I don't know. I thought that maybe I could find something with a lot more of like a lot more open space in it for a granny square to put in the back, so that it would be like breezy enough I could wear this. But I haven't decided on that yet either, so I may just need to wear this for the winter, but that's okay. Even if I don't wear it, I can like take it with me and just kind of have it as like my jacket, maybe. Use it if I'm going to be indoors a lot, that sort of thing. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and speed this up so you guys don't have to watch me do all of my stitches, and can come back to you with an update in a little bit. so I finished the next row. That took me around a little bit less than 30 minutes. When I folded this up the other day and tried it on, it just fit my arm, and it's not long enough yet. So what I want to do now, I know I haven't added that much to it, but I'm really excited to see when it will actually fit the way I want it to. So I'm going to take my connected knitting needles here. I have the ones with the like wire connecting them, and I can just kind of loosely stitch into the top row, or what I want to be like the arm, the top of the arm, and just kind of get a feel for how it's going to fit. So I'm going to do that real quick. I realized also that I could stretch it and see if I can get it closer to the size I want it, and that should give me a little bit more, like it should make the holes a little bigger so it'd be a little bit more airy. So I may try and do that. I can pull on it and stretch it, or I could get it wet and hang it and do the weight, especially if I hung it up. If I could figure out how to like stitch it over like my shower curtain rod and just dip the bottom in water and let it hang, then that should like the weight should bring it down enough that it would stretch a good bit. So I might do that. I'm probably going to try pulling on it first, though. That's what I've been doing for some of my smaller projects lately, as I pull them, and try to like just flatten them to get them, A, to lay flat, but B, to be closer to the size I want them. So I may do that. But anyway, yeah, I figured this was a cool way. And if you have stitch markers, you could probably do it with stitch markers. I don't have stitch markers, at least not with me. There's some that came in my like travel crochet kit, but I don't unpack that. I like to leave that packed, and then it's all ready to go when I'm ready to use it on a trip. Okay, so I've got this like kind of loosely stitched together with my knitting needles, so I can put it on. Oh, it's getting there. It's getting there. Let me stand up. Okay, so it's getting there. This is actually, it's a good, I mean, it's not the length I want it, but, and I'm at a weird angle because the phone, I don't know if it's me or if it's the phone is tilted. It's leaning up against my laptop. But the sleeve is definitely fitting better. I need to still, it definitely needs to be bigger so that it will actually go all the way around. But for first, like, second time I've tried it on, and this is the first time I've like stood up to look at it and see how it's going, I'm really, really liking it so far. So, it's not that hot. Yes, my tree is still up. But I don't know. I'm just worried it's going to be like, once I'm wearing it, it's going to be like hot and itchy and everything. And so, and I want it to be cozy, soft, comfortable. But I could try, have any of you all washed like your crochet wearables in like fabric softener? Does that help at all? Does that like soften or take away the itchiness of the yarn? I don't know. So I'm going to try and stretch it some. Ooh, that would be cute as like pants. I'd have to figure out how to make, I guess it would be to do pants, it would just be a open granny square sort of, because this is a hexagon and I need just like half of this. So it'd be like 4 things, and then I would just sew the sides and then add legs on there. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to try and stretch this out some, and hopefully that can help a little bit. Yeah, look at that. You can see so much better the holes in there once it's stretched out. So I'm probably going to try and stretch it some, and maybe I can find something tight to like hold one end while I stretch it. But that's probably going to be it for this video. This is probably going to be like a 40-minute video for the first part. The next part, I do definitely want to get this finished. I'm very excited about it. So really all I have to do is this other side, which I may not film since you guys have kind of seen this whole process. So all I really need to do is do the other side and finish this one, and just really get the size I want and sewing together. And then I knitted a cuff, I think I said that earlier in the video. I knitted a, is it knitted or knit? I knit a cuff for the sleeves. I need to do the other cuff, because my idea is that it'll be baggy, and it would look kind of like it would come in and then be the cuff underneath and kind of stick out. So that's the goal with that. So I just need to really do that. And I did make a pocket, but I'm not really sure if I'm probably not going to attach it, and I'm not exactly sure where I would, like, I was thinking maybe I could figure out how to sew it in here somewhere, but it's probably not going to happen. For one thing, there'll be holes on the outside and the inside of the pocket. Not as many on the outside, because I tried to do a solid granny square, but there'd be holes on the inside, and so it really wouldn't be that sturdy. And if this is, I don't know. So I'm probably just not going to use the pocket. But, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching this first part. This has been fun. I'm very, very ready. If I haven't said that enough, I'm very, very ready to finish this and see how it's going to come out when it's done. Yeah, I just can't wait to see the finished product. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and finish. I'm going to take a coffee break after I've been working on that for a little bit. And, yeah, so if no one's told you today, Jesus loves you, and you are so special. And thanks so much for watching. See you later. Bye.